So now in this lecture, I'm going to talk about three special cases. As I talk about in the earlier lecture, the scattering from a bound electron. Now there are three special cases arises when the frequency is very small. So this is the first case where the frequency is very much less than omega naught, and here the frequency is very much greater than omega naught. Omega naught is the oscillating frequency of the electron, and here omega is nearly equal to omega naught. So for this, we will consider the differential equation. Let me write down, differential equation for the differential cross section. That is d sigma over d omega is equal to, and this is a function of omega and epsilon. So this is equal to, which we have derived in the earlier lecture. So it is omega naught minus omega square, it's square and it's square plus omega square and gamma t whole square. So this is the equation for it. And for this I am following the book S.P. Puri on a classical electrodynamics. So I will discuss all these cases, means three different cases one by one. So first of all, I will talk about Rayleigh scattering. I also talk about little about this Rayleigh scattering in the earlier lecture. Let me talk about it. So this is a case of strong binding. And here, this is very much greater than omega naught, or gamma t must be less than omega t. Keeping these in mind, let me call this as equation 1. So if I substitute these two things into first equation, then in the denominator, omega square and gamma t square, these terms can be neglected. So if these terms can be neglected, then equation 1 will become it is e square mc square whole square. It is omega over omega naught raised to power 4. So from here, what we are concluding that d sigma over d omega is proportional to omega raised to power 4, but omega is inversely proportional to lambda. So that's why this is equal to, this is proportional to 1 upon lambda raised to power 4. So from here, we have derived that this is Rayleigh's explanation of blue color of sky, where he said that the scattering at long wavelength is inversely proportional to fourth power of the wavelength. So here I can write down the scattering at long wavelength inversely proportional to the fourth power of wavelength. This is in accordance with Rayleigh's law, which is used to describe blue color of sky, which is used to describe for blue color of sky, right? So this is the first part, and I can also calculate the total cross section. So to calculate the total cross section, what I will do, I will integrate over solid angle, and this after simplification will leads to, this is E square over MC square whole square omega over omega naught raised to power 4 and integral. So if we integrate it over solid angle over a sphere, then this integral will become 8 pi by 3. If theta is the angle between these two, epsilon and epsilon prime, the angle between them is theta, so we can take here cos square theta, right? So the value of this integral is 8 pi by 3, so its value will be 8 pi by 3. So this is a way, this is the formula for Rayleigh scattering. For omega is very much less than omega naught, right? So this is one case which we are getting. Now the next is the resonant scattering, and let me call it as equation number 3, and earlier equation is equation number 2. I have not mentioned that equation. Yeah, so this is that equation. So let me call it as equation number 2 collectively. Now next is the resonant scattering. Next case is the resonant scattering. So let us talk about resonant scattering. So for resonant scattering, differential cross section differential cross section is approximated by considering omega is nearly equal to omega naught. So for this, again consider equation number 1, and the equation number 1 is this. So this is our equation. So for this, first of all, let us try to simplify this part, and then we will simplify this part. So we will split it into two parts. One part is this and another part is this. So first of all, let us try to simplify this part. So as we know that e square over mc square whole square, it can be written as e square over mc cube whole square. So I am taking here c additional and it's square, so that's why multiplying it by this. Now what I will do, I will multiply this factor by 2 by 3 whole square. So that means 2 square and 3 square. So that means I am multiplying it by 4 by 9. So I am taking its reciprocal and c square this will as it is. Now why I am doing this? Because this whole of the quantity is known as tau. So it is tau square c square 9 by 4. Now it will become, but as we know that this gamma is equal to omega naught square tau. So if I substitute the value of this, so that means this tau square is equal to gamma over omega naught square whole square. So if I substitute its value here, so what I am getting? I am getting that it is equal to 9 over 4. This is gamma square omega naught raised to power 4. This is gamma square, right? And into c square. But let me split it. 9 by 4 gamma square 1 over omega naught square and c square over omega naught square. As I know that omega naught, this is lambda naught bar, or the cross lambda naught cross is equal to c. So that means this lambda naught cross is equal to c over omega naught. So that means lambda naught square c over omega naught their square. So that means this quantity is nothing but lambda naught cross square, where lambda cross is nothing but lambda over 2 pi. Lambda cross is equal to lambda over 2 pi, right? So that means it is 9 by 4 lambda naught cross square gamma square over omega naught square. This is one part which I have solved. Now let me solve the another part. Sorry, let me call it as equation number 5. Then let us consider another part. Omega 4 over omega naught square minus omega square raised to power 2 plus omega square gamma t square. This is equal to omega 4 over, let me rewrite this, it is omega naught minus omega, and omega naught plus omega. I have splitted this and taking whole square plus omega square gamma t square. Now let me write down this as, as omega naught is nearly equal to omega, so therefore let me call this as equivalent to 2 omega, and let me rewrite is omega minus omega naught whole square because I have taken square here. So keeping all these things in mind, what I will do, this is omega raised to power 4 whole upon omega minus omega naught. I have also taken square from here square and 4 omega square plus omega square gamma t omega raised to power 4 upon 4 omega square can be taken outside, omega minus omega naught whole square, and here it is plus omega square gamma t square divided by 4 omega square. This will cancel out with it. So what it will be? It is omega raised to power 4 over, this will cancel out with it. So it is omega square 4 omega minus omega naught whole square plus gamma t by 2. I have to take 2 here because I am taking the square. So this is this and 4 is outside. So now what we will do, we will use equation 5 and 6 in 4. Using equation 5 and 6 in equation 4, what we are getting? We are getting that d sigma over d omega is equal to 9 by 4 lambda naught cross square gamma square over omega naught square. It is omega square over 4 omega minus omega naught whole square plus gamma t by 2 whole square. Since omega is nearly equal to omega naught, that means omega square over omega naught square is nearly equal to 1. So this quantity will become nearly equal to 1. So if I do this, then it will become 9 by 4 and this 4 gets multiplied with it. So it will become 16. Lambda naught cross square, it is gamma square over omega minus omega naught whole square minus plus gamma t by 2 whole square. So that's what I am getting from here. Now I can calculate total cross section. Let me call it as equation number 7. Now I can calculate total scattering cross section. D sigma over d omega and integral over solid angle. This is again looks similar as we have done in the earlier case. So here you can use standard integral. And its value is 8 pi by 3. So if I use its value, then the result will be 9 over 16 lambda naught cross square it is omega minus omega naught whole square plus gamma t by 2 whole square, and it is 8 pi by 3. So this after simplification will become scattering. It's resonant. I am representing it by R. So, or simply let me call it as R. It is 3 pi by 2. I will cancel it or simplify this 9 by 16 and 8 pi by 3. So, it is 3 pi by 2 lambda naught tau square gamma square over omega minus omega naught square plus gamma t by 2 whole square. So, this is our equation number 8 which we are getting for resonant scattering. Sorry, this is not this, but this is a sigma. Sorry, I am mistaken here. So let me correct it. It is total scattering cross section. So yeah, so this symbol should be there. Now let us calculate the maximum value, means when it is exactly or peak value, or the peak value or the cross section corresponding to peak value, that is at omega is equal to omega naught, then it will be maximum, and it is 3 pi by 2 lambda naught prime square cross square. This will be equal, then this term will be 0, right? So this after simplification will become 3 pi by 2 lambda naught cross square it is 4. So this gets multiplied with it, sorry, cancel out with it, and the result which I am getting 2 into 3, it is the 6 pi lambda naught cross square gamma over gamma t whole square. So this is our question number 9. So this is all about the resonant scattering, and this is the peak value. Now the third case, when we have to talk about the high frequencies. So what will happen at high frequencies? Third case is at high frequencies. Where omega is very much greater than omega naught. So let us discuss this case. This is equal to E square over mc square whole square. Again, we have considered the first equation. Right? So since omega naught is very much less than omega, so that means omega naught square can be ignored in comparison to omega square. So that means here it will remain omega raised to power 4. Sorry. Yeah. E square over mc square raised to power 2 epsilon minus epsilon prime whole square. Sorry, square should be there. Omega raised to power 4 upon omega raised to power 4 plus omega square gamma t square. Omega square can be taken outside. If I take it outside, then it will become E square over mc square raised to power 2 epsilon prime square. It is omega 4 whole divided by omega 4 1 plus, sorry, it can be written in this form, right? So this is our equation for it. Now let me remind few things. Since I know that as I defined in the earlier lecture. Gamma t is equal to gamma plus omega square over omega naught square gamma, and I will take it 1 plus omega square over omega naught square gamma. So as this one can be ignored, if I ignore it in comparison to this, because omega over omega naught is very much greater than 1, so this term can be ignored. So if I ignore it, then this part will become gamma omega square over omega naught square, and but gamma over omega naught square is equal to tau, as we know. So it is omega square tau, it will become. So that means it is omega square tau it means it will cancel out with it, and then E square over mc square whole square epsilon prime h square, it is 1 over one plus omega raised to power 4 this and this, right? So this will cancel out with it. So finally the result I am getting, it is E square over mc square whole square 1 over 1 plus omega square tau square. So this is the equation which we are getting. Let me call it as equation number 10. And similarly, I can calculate total scattering cross section. The total scattering cross section, and this total cross section at high frequencies. I'm defining it at high frequencies, and it is equal to E square over mc square. As we did in the earlier case, 8 pi by 3 will be sitting with it, and 1 over 1 plus omega square c square. So let me call this as equation number 11. Also we know that from the Thomson scattering, the cross section is equal to 8 pi by 3 E square mc square raised to power 2. Now these two equations seem similar, but this term is exceptional. This term is exceptional, and for the classical case, this is not c square but this is tau, right? But for classical system, I'm not talking about it in more detail, but for the classical system, this omega tau is nearly equal to 1. If it is nearly equal to 1, that means what I am concluding, for the classical case, let me talk about this case. Yeah, it is tau. So now this factor 1 over 1 plus omega square tau square, this factor is due to radiation damping. right? And if we ignore this, that means if no damping will be there, so if we can ignore it, so then this equation will become nearly equal to, so that means this, if I ignore this term, then what we are getting, sigma scattering at high frequencies is nearly equal to sigma term if we ignore damping term. So that means this is again the type of approximation for the Thomson scattering. Also, if I integrate equation number 1, then sigma scattering, it is equal to 8 pi by 3 e square over mc square raised to power 3, sorry 2, not 3. It is omega raised to power 4 over omega naught square minus omega square whole square plus omega square gamma t square. So if I plot this equation, then what we are getting, say it is scattering and it is omega, then the plot which I am getting for it, it's like this. So that means at higher frequency it is converging towards a particular value, and that means here it is, this corresponds to sigma t, and here these lower values will lead towards the Rayleigh scattering cross section, and the peak which we are getting, and peak is, sorry, this is basically from the peak value, and the peak value we have calculated as 6 pi lambda naught prime cross square gamma over gamma t whole square. This is the peak value which we have obtained, and corresponding to here the frequency will be omega, that means it is the peak value of the at resonance, and towards this side its value keep on decreasing, right? So that's what we are getting out of it. So their central region near omega naught, it is the resonant scattering, and towards this side it is the Thomson scattering, and towards this side this is known as resonant scattering, Rayleigh scattering. So with this article is closed, and thanks for watching this article.